Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth, man. It is 6:44 a.m. and I'm about to get started with my business endeavors today. I want to talk about a couple things in between times and on the way. So, here's the thing. We talked about how rapper Takeoff was murdered yesterday, and everybody's still talking about it. It's the breaking news, so on and so forth. I want to kind of get into that, and I want to give an update as to some details that came out from people that were there. People that were there say the guys have been arguing for a while, for hours. It kept going on and on and on. I want to talk about, I'm the truth, man, y'all. What I'm finna say is reality. Now, let me give you a brief overview. When you hear me use the word ninjas or niggas, I'm talking about the people, my skin color and similar skin colors, that are the type of people who are against the rest in that group somehow, some way. When I say black people, I'm talking about the ones that make effort to work together, to do good, to stay out of trouble, and to live a dignified lifestyle, which I call it. Now, when it comes to rich people in our skin color, I say that there's two types of rich within us. Hood rich and dignified rich. Let me show you something. Hood rich people is just like being in the hood. So even if you're around people that might have a little money, but they hood, you still face the same set of circumstances as if you are around quote unquote bona fide hood people that don't got no money. So you got to be careful. And that's what happened with Takeoff. You got the guys that be around hood rich people who they always got something to prove. Like they want to prove they're a shooter. They want to prove they tough. This and that. Them the dangerous ones. That's how these rappers keep ending up dead, because of these type. And sometimes it be the hood broke people. But when you dealing with hood people, it can be a problem anyway. Want to be hood people, problem. I've worked in jobs with mostly black people. It was always the slightly hood ones or the hood ones that was making the problems, man. I'm telling you, whether it was women, whether it was guys, it was always those. The ones that try to, like the Christian type, they rarely ever made problems. As long as you don't talk about religion with them, it was never no problem with the religious type. It was always the slight hood, borderline hood type. They're always trying to act like they so hood, but they the biggest snitches, the biggest backstabbers, the biggest gossipers, keeping up all the mess. I'm telling you. The dude that try to act like he's so hood on the job be the one keeping up all the mess. Be the reason why a lot of turnover be going on. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. So, you got to be careful around them types. Dignified rich, really, other than sometimes messing with each other's girlfriends or wives, really, they too into they self, which in some ways is a good thing, to create all that mess. It's always the hood. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, that's why, like this store I'm going to right now, for instance, this is basically the suburbs, right? But it's a lot of apartment complexes over here. So hood people come to this store. And that's why I don't go to this store at certain times. Because if you not one of those people, like if you trying to live, and you trying to take care of your family, and you trying to have the finer things in life, you can't be around hood people, man. Let them say you think you all that. That's what they supposed to say. You can't be around them, because as soon as something break out, oh, I gotta get my gun. Let's jump them. See, I'm telling you, man, I made a lot of money in corrections, man. But that was one of the things about being in corrections. Like, people sometimes wasn't thinking straight. Like, it could be a person that's locked up. You trying to talk to him in a respectful manner, but you're not taking no mess off of him. Now he want, oh, if I see you on the outside, I'm gonna do this. How you want to do all that? All I was doing, do you think if you would have listened to me, if you would have did what you were supposed to do, we wouldn't have had no problems, right or wrong? They want to do whatever they want to do, and they want you to go along with it. That's how it be working. That's why you can't be around them, man. Like, you can't help them, man. You can't flash on them. You can't help them. That's what you got to realize, man. You got to understand that. Dignified rich, hood rich. Dignified rich, hood rich. If you deal with hood rich, you liable to be in the same mess as if you went down in the hood, in the projects or something. Dignified rich black people can be messy at times. All people can. But the more dignified ones, the ones that's trying to live an upstanding life, they usually ain't gonna be the problem. I'm telling you. Them the ones you want to be around. Them the ones I want to be around. Them the ones, if you're gonna be around black people, that's who you need to be around. You can't help them, man. Wannabe thugs are in the matrix. You can't help them. And Takeoff said something himself that was so deep. And when I find that clip again, I'm gonna play it. He was talking about how different stages of your life, some people was just for a previous stage of your life. And it's like, when I think about my old guys, I'd be like, you know what, man? I can't get mad, man, that we was tight when we was young and we ain't tight no more. That's how it be sometimes. You could have love for people, but again, you gotta watch out for them people you think you cool with too. If they hood-minded, you gotta watch out for them, man. I'm telling you. You gotta think about your kids at all times. Think about your future generations at all times. But people, that you should view the low lifestyle as opposition. Even if you like let's say you a gangster rapper yourself and you from the hood, you still can't go back. You can't be in the hood like that, man. Young Dolph, I mean, I saw some positivity with Young Dolph, but here's the problem. Stuff he did in his past came back. You know, you gotta change before you do that stuff. You gotta change before you pull the trigger on somebody. And then just get, be at a distance. And if some of them, one of them come to you for help, tell them the truth, try to get him out of that lifestyle, man. That's the lifestyle of a squirrel or a possum or a raccoon. You see how squirrels, possum, raccoon, they go through their days, breeding, eating, and then they gone. They get hit by a car. Sometime something happen where their life be cut short. We got to stop living like squirrels, raccoons, man. And we got to start living like human beings that want to be around for a while. Forget that hood stuff, man. Okay. I mean, I'm from the hood too. I have fights, shootout, all that stuff, gun. But you know what, man? I thank God that I wised up. I started thinking like at night, like, man, the joke is really on us. Then that's when that little gang stuff and selling drugs, all that stuff, you supposed to outgrow that, man. And you should outgrow it before you do all that dirt, man, because sometimes that dirt come back. So, and then dudes be sounding stupid. You did all that same stuff, and it's like you still in the life, but trying to tell people about the life. You got to get out of the life to tell people about the life. How you still in the life? You sound like a hypocrite. You got to get out of the life to talk about the life, man. And we ain't talking about the little stuff. Like, I don't smoke weed or nothing like that. But if that's the most a person do, I mean, we could work with that. If the most you do is listen to that music, you could work with that. It's when you only should be pulling out guns to defend yourself, and you shouldn't be starting nothing where you have to defend yourself. Defend yourself against the tough guys we talking about. If they start up with you, that's different. Because you best believe, man, this ain't no candy cane over here. This is bitter. You don't want to come against bitter. Not bitter in the sense of not liking people, but bitter in the sense of the switch. You know, some people you don't want to run up on. Like some people, you know, that's different though. I'm talking about the ones that's out here starting all this stuff. Talking too slick, being too disrespectful, trying to front people off. You have a man fronting off another man, what's the possible response? Stop doing that, man. Got to be more respectful to each other. So, don't start nothing and try to avoid people who start stuff. Some of these dudes, I don't believe you, man. You trying to act like you are tough, man. You wearing tight pants like a girl. But I stay away. I try to stay away from these type. They be staring like in Milwaukee. This how some dudes is. When they with their guys, they be trying to start stuff. Trying to stare you up and down, size you up. Some of those same guys, when they by themselves, you look at them, they won't even look at you. But when they with their boys, oh, it's hood life. Let's rob them. You're a bum. If you rob people, you are a bum. And we're going to talk about men, how men, if you're not working at night, you should be going to bed. Because sometimes some stuff can be avoided just by going to bed, man. But we'll finish talking about this. This is the Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Thanks for watching.